like, subscribe, and leave a comment. So here's your review of Raw and Smackdown week commencing May 29th. Hit the notification button for more updates when we drop content here. So it starts with Seth Rollins come out. Obviously Seth is a new world champion on Raw. He said he wants to be here, he wants to be a fighting champion, he's ready to go, he doesn't want to live in the past. Before we could get talking, AJ Styles comes out and basically says Seth deserves it, so giving him his flowers, and they shake hands. Then the Judgment Day come out and basically says that Seth and AJ are making him sick with all this love going on, and Seth basically says, let's have a tag match tonight, AJ and myself versus you guys. So we will see what happens. And then in the back, AJ and Seth talk to Adam Pearce to make the match, as it's Seth's first night as champion. Then we have our first Money in the Bank qualifying match. It's The Miz versus Ricochet in a really good match, but in the end Ricochet gets the victory and advances to the Money in the Bank. Then we have Trish Stratus come out. So she told everybody that she was going to beat Becky Lynch and how she is the best. Then Zoe Starks comes out and says she thanks Trish, and how could she not be around Trish, because Trish is a GOAT. Then obviously Becky Lynch comes out and it turns into a brawl. Then we had Indus Sher versus some guys who got squashed by Indus Sher, so we'll see what happens there. Then we had Sami Zayn and KO come out basically saying they beat Roman Reigns, and this Roman Reigns will never forget this loss, and he didn't get something that he wanted. Imperium come out saying the most in victory of the pay-per-view, obviously previously, was Gunther's win. And basically because Imperium come out, KO saying, why are you here? We meant to call you out, that's how it works. And Imperium do have a match with Alpha Academy, who came out as well and started calling out Imperium. So that goes into Imperium versus Alpha Academy in a really good match, but in the end Imperium won. Then we have a tag team turmoil match where it's Shotzi Raquel versus Damage Control versus Ronda and Shayna Baszler versus Chelsea Green and Sonya for the new tag team championships. Really good match, go and watch it. But in the end, your new tag team championships in the women's division is Ronda and Shayna Baszler. Then we have JD versus Ziggler. No one won, it was a double count out, as JD basically takes out Ziggler basically. Then we have Cody come out saying basically he's calling out Brock Lesnar. He wants to fight Brock Lesnar, and if Brock Lesnar doesn't accept his match and his fight, Brock Lesnar is scared. Then we had Gunther saying he wants, because you had Riddle in the back talking about winning Money in the Bank, Gunther says he wants Riddle to cash in on him, so it will be exciting. So we will see what happens. That has happened before. Then we had Shin versus Bronson Reed in a Money in the Bank qualifying match, which was really good. Go and watch it. Really hard fought match, but in the end, Shin got the victory. Shinsuke Nakamura, that is. Then the WWE's honouring fallen soldiers. So salute to all the fallen soldiers. Then in the main event of Raw is Seth Rollins and AJ Styles versus Damian Priest and Finn Balor from the Judgment Day in a tag team match. Really good match, go and watch it. But in the end, Seth got the victory. Then we move on to Smackdown, where it's Roman Reigns' celebration. Starts with Austin Theory saying his reign combined with Roman Reigns' reign is 209 days. Also, if you didn't know already, he's beat John Cena. And they should be having a celebration for him because he's never going to lose his title. Then he brings out Pretty Deadly and he basically talks them up, and they talk up each other, and then the Brutes come out. So that leads into the Brutes versus Pretty Deadly and Theory, which was a really good match, but in the end Austin Theory got the victory. Then we have Paul Heyman in the back talking up Solo, saying to Solo he wants tonight to be very special, and he's going to get the Usos barred from ringside later on. And then we had the OC basically talking up AJ Styles after his loss, but AJ Styles was basically like, shook it off, let's get back in there, let's go. Then we had the OC versus Hit Row. Obviously OC win because Hit Row don't really win much, so let's keep being honest. Then we have Adam Pearce saying that the Usos flights have been cancelled and they barred from ringside. So we will see what happens later in the show. Then we had Grayson Waller. He's interviewing Oscar. Basically shows Oscar's tactic, the unhandy tactic to beat Bianca Belair. And then as she's basically like sort of gloating over a victory. Io Sky comes out, they're talking their language, I think it's Chinese, and they're going back and forth. Then Bailey comes out, says basically one member of the Damage Control will win the Money in the Bank, so we'll see. Then Shotzi comes out, takes her shot at Asuka. Then Lacey Evans comes out, and then Zelina comes out as well. And then as Asuka's leaving, she gets jumped by Bianca Belair and they brawl. Then that goes into Zelina versus Lacey Evans for the Money in the Bank qualifying match. Really good match, go and watch it, but in the end Zelina got the victory. Then we had Montez Ford versus LA Knight for a Money in the Bank qualifying match. Really good match, go and watch it, but in the end Montez Ford defeated and LA Knight won. Then in the main segment, Triple H comes out, basically says what Roman Reigns has done, held it up for over 1,000 days, it's once in a lifetime, gives Roman Reigns his props and presents Roman Reigns, who obviously comes out, it's just Roman, Solo and Paul H, and gives him a brand new title. Before Roman can basically say anything, the Usos come out and Jay and Roman are tearing each other through the head, and basically Roman says to Jay to kick Roman in the face. No, Roman says to Jay Uso to kick Jimmy in the face like Jimmy did to Roman at the last pay-per-view, but obviously Jimmy didn't do it. I mean, Jay didn't do it, and then Jimmy says to Roman, "You're going crazy. You need to sort everything out. We're meant to be brothers. Have some more respect." And then Roman says, "Well, who does Solo side with?" Solo says he acknowledges the tribal chief, but the Usos are his brothers. And then basically Jimmy is saying to Roman, "We need to sort this out. Let's respect each other." And then Roman and Jimmy hugged, and then Roman said no, which then Jimmy backed up, and then he got the Samoan spike in the neck and attacked by Solo, his own brother. While this was happening, Jay was just watching on. He didn't do anything, he was literally watching on. So we will see what happens. Things have got crazy. And as Roman was walking back to the back, Paul H said, "What about Jay?" Roman said, "Jay will fall in line like he always does." So we will see. Like, subscribe and leave a comment, hit the notification button.